All right, welcome back to the BOPTMN podcast. Today is my third tips and tricks, and we're going to be talking about Yin Yoga today. So, as some of you know, I've been running Ironman. I've been doing some ultra running, endurance related work. I've also done quite a bit of lifting over the years, and every time I hurt myself, when I talk to my physical therapist, what I get for an answer was, you need to stretch this, you need to stretch that, you need to stretch this. It was always stretching was the problem. So I started journeying out into, okay, I need to start incorporating running before I injure myself. I incorporate stretching before I injure myself. So that's kind of how I stumbled onto yoga. And at the time I was doing T25 through Beachbody and some other different exercises that they had. And they had a yoga section. I think it's P90X. I tried some of the other things, and they had a bunch of different yoga offerings there. And I started looking on YouTube also. And I found great yoga stuff. I loved it. But the one thing for me, yoga-wise, I was getting my workouts at other places. I didn't need my yoga to be a workout. I wanted it to be a stretch. And most of the yoga workouts were just that. They were workouts. And then I stumbled on Yin Yoga. And my understanding of Yin Yoga is it's longer holds. So apparently, if you stretch for longer, we're talking like 3-minute holds, 2, 3, sometimes even longer, 5-minute holds. In these stretches, you're getting past the muscle and getting into the connective tissue and really getting a deeper stretch by having these longer holds. I quickly became a big fan. These poses usually are not the type where I think of a lot of yoga poses, let's say tree pose or something like that, where you're on one leg and you're doing some kind of stretch and you're actively having to hold yourself up. You're physically working quite a bit. What I find in the Yin Yoga poses is you're more in a comfortable pose as far as physically comfortable, or I'm not saying that right. You're not working out hard to stay in the pose. You're actually letting gravity get you deeper into the pose. So the stretch is getting deeper and you feel it. With these longer poses, you're in them and you feel your body slowly getting deeper. You're never forcing yourself. You're never trying to go hard into a stretch. You're just easing into it. So just to give you an example, literally just 2 days ago, today is Tuesday, and Sunday I ran a 100-kilometer race. First time at that distance. It's pretty. I not that bad sore wise. But my hips were kind of bugging me a little bit. My butt, like I could feel lots of things needed a good stretch. So this morning I got out and did a good long Yin Yoga, specifically targeting the hips. And when I get done, even when I'm feeling fresh, when I get done a Yin Yoga, I feel like an old man. For a minute or two, you're getting up and everything, like, because you've been sitting in these poses for so long. And then everything just feels so much looser. Since starting Yin Yoga, it's been, I'd say 8 months where I'm consistently doing this multiple times a week. I have not had a single serious injury. Like, and when I talk about injury, like, obviously if you twist an ankle or something like that, but I'm talking more like running injuries from overuse. So I highly recommend it. I'm going to try to add a link. I've never done this before, so if it doesn't work, the description will also be, or link will be in the description below. But there's lots of videos online, but there's a guy, Grant Isdale. I think I'm saying his name right. He's out of the UK. He doesn't post videos or hasn't posted anything new in a long time. He has 6 or 7 Yin Yoga videos that I love. I just rotate through them. His hip one is my favorite. It's amazing how much the hips kind of lock into everything and how important they are. And he has a hip one. It's about a 50-minute exercise, and it's great. It's just, he walks you through it, does a good job. It's not overly, I think a lot of the yoga videos that I find are overly like in some exotic location, and there's this maybe a little over sexualized or whatever. Like, I don't need any of that. I just want down and dirty. Get me into the stretches that matter. And Grant does a great job on that. So I'll try to get a link to that. So once again, I highly recommend Yin Yoga. Check it out. And good luck staying loose. And thanks for joining me on the BOPTMN podcast.